Everyone, this is Blue Quake from the Rabbit Way, and on this quick video I'm gonna build up on the message that I've been sharing on the previous ones, and this one is about 3 steps you need to take to start living a life worth dying for, because that's our mission, to help you create that life for you. And if you want to create a life that it's worth dying for, you have to first, obviously, know what you want. Some people have quitted uh, thinking and dreaming about the life they really want because some people believe that they don't deserve it. Two, the second reason is they believe they can't do it. The third reason, they believe it's impossible. And I'm here to tell you today that impossible is nothing like a known brand like Adidas is famous for saying impossible is nothing. Well, impossible is really a belief you have that something isn't uh, possible, right? And the fastest way you can turn something impossible to possible is to saying, you pick up the word impossible, right? You inserted an ifin. It's not an ifin, don't know what it's called, but you turn it into I'm possible, a space, right? So what I'm really saying is you have to uh, grab something that you feel it's impossible and you break up into smaller things that you find that they are possible to achieve, right? And then you'll be ready to turn it to a reality. But the first step to turn anything that some people say that it's impossible to possible is believing in your mind, right, and in your heart that you can do it. Because and the trick is to believe in your heart, because many times people um, find it that it's easier to believe that something can be done intellectually, right? But in their heart they know better. They believe, okay, no, this can't be done or whatever. Because you can trick your brain and get short-term results, or you can train your brain and get long-term results. Because if you want to trick your brain into saying like affirmations, daily affirmation, 50, 100 affirmations saying I'm possible, I'm possible, I'm possible, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, and your heart goes, who you're kidding, you can't do that, you know. So it starts with a belief, both on your conscious level in your head and on an unconscious level in your heart. So the number one step is to know what you want from life, because until you know it, you can't reach it. I've never seen anyone reach anything without knowing what you're searching for, right? So know what you want. Number two step, it's to know why you want it. Because if you don't know why you want it, you say something like this: oh, I'm gonna try and let's see how that works. And people that I've studied, and you can see it too, history proved this to us, that when people really achieved something really worthwhile, they didn't say, before achieving those things, they didn't say, oh, I'm gonna try and let's think how things will work out. Just think for a moment, when you really decided, to take massive action towards something and really go and do it, and you've done it. Did you said, oh, I'm gonna try it, or did you said, no, I'm serious about this, I'm gonna go and give all I've got? Because when you say I'm gonna try, what you're really saying is, I'm afraid of being disappointed with the outcome. I'm afraid that the outcome will be one more proof that I'm not worth it. I'm afraid that the outcome will be one more thing that I could look at and say, I'm a failure. And I'm here today to tell you that the only way that you're going to fail is if you quit trying. And the only way you will become a failure is if you attach who you are with that outcome. And who you are isn't the outcome. Okay? The outcome is more like a lesson, something that you can use to become more ready and more able to reach what you want. That's step one, right? So, and number three, and this is, if you did the step number one and number two, you're really good to go. But if you do this last step, number three, you'll be right years ahead of 99% of the population. Number three is this: are you ready to give your life for it? Because until you do, you're not giving all you've got. And if you're really striving to reach something really worthwhile in life, life will give it to you happily, but you need to give something back, at least the equal value of what life will give it to you, right? And the thing that you have right now, if you're watching this, that it's most precious thing and the most valuable thing you have right now, above all your possessions, is your life. Now, if you're ready to give your life to reach that mission, that thing you want to become in life, things will start to look more easy. But this doesn't mean that this decision to give your life for something will make all problems disappear, because problems, obstacles are part of life, part of business, and part of anything worth doing. So you still have obstacles to overcome, just like anyone else. The difference is, and this is the difference that makes all the difference, and it makes everything possible, is that you will be ready to give all you've got and to use any obstacle as something that will excite you, because you know that that obstacle is one more lesson you need to learn to become more ready. You'll see that even your enemies will become the perfect help you need to become more able to give all you've got. And most people, they are striving to build up their businesses or even their personal goals, to have a family and be happy, right? But if you ask them, are you ready to give your life to reach that goal? Most of them, if they are honest about it, will say no. Right now, if I have $1 million and I say I will give it to you if you give your life in trade, will you give it your life to have $1 million? What about 100 million, a billion? What does it take to give your life? Right? It's your most valuable possession. That's why incredible miracles happen when people, not much different than you and I right now, these miracles happen because for them there is no turning back. For them, that mission they're on is not something they feel they should do, it's something they feel they must do. And they're ready to give their lives for it. And when they have that decision, when they make that decision, even if they fail, it's not really a failure. If they didn't reach their goal in their lifetime, they didn't fail. Why? Because their lives become an example, a message, a legacy that others can look at and say, wow, I can do that too, you know. That's really something that I can really see myself. It's really something that it's really worthwhile giving my life towards. And the greatest thing about these worthwhile visions you can make for your life is that those visions will transcend yourself. Those visions will like be something that will transcend your selfishness or your sense of self, because there's a common need on our human existence to give, to serve others, because you can feel so much by yourself, right? If you're alone, how much happy can you be alone? Even when $100 million or 1 billion, doesn't matter. People link money with being rich, but that's not true, or at least that's not all true, because you can be extremely wealthy, have $1 billion in bank and be miserable, right? Because why? you didn't create something that it's worth giving your life to. That's what I believe in, and that's what I help people with at rabbitway.com, So, just leave a comment below and share with others what's the thing that you're willing to give your life to, just to prove that I'm not crazy, and that's just not some crazy ideas. um, just to prove that this is a strategy, a real strategy that you can use. Sure, you still have to know your skills, whether you're a musician, an artist, a businessman. It doesn't mean that you don't have to know how you do things. This concept, this strategy, it starts with the belief in your heart and your mind that you can and will do that because it's a must for you. That's just simple mindset. It's the mindset that will enable to you to grow with no limits. The only limits to your growth is in your mind, what you believe that you can do. So just share below, please, to to make sure that I'm not crazy. And if this is something that you feel that others can benefit to, your friends, family, whatever, even your competition, just share with them in your social network. Just click like and retweet this, whatever, all over the place. And if you're not on the Rabbit Ways Dream List, I highly suggest you to become one, because this is going to be a real worthwhile journey. I'm preparing a new course called Prophecy that will help you reclaim the power you have over your destiny to create a life worth dying for. This is what I'm incredibly passionate about. I believe that creating a life worth dying for isn't a privilege for some people. This is a privilege that God gave us all. So it depends to you if you're ready to take massive action towards your life. Reclaim it once and for all. So, thank you for watching one more time, and I'll see you next time. God bless you.